Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about new features that we have added in the option simulator. So we will see some demonstration of these new features and how you can use them. So let's start with a normal simulation that we might do, with the older option simulator. And then in that context, I will show how you can improve these simulations using the new features that we have added in the option simulator. So let's do with a short straddle. In this case, so we start this simulation at 9:30. Okay, and then we'll add a short straddle, and then we'll do an adjustment when there is a breach of 30 delta, positional delta. Okay, so I'll show you what it means. So so we've added short straddle, and then if you look at the Greeks, you'll see this is a positional Greeks, which is like close to zero, and we will move forward by 1 day, and whenever there is a 30 delta breach in positional delta, then we'll make an adjustment. So I'm moving forward by 1 day on 29 December, nothing changed. On 1st Jan, nothing changed, positional delta 10. Nothing changed on 2nd Jan, positional delta is 3. On 3rd Jan at 9:30 a.m., the positional delta is 44. So it has breached, right? So we are going to cover the the untested side, which is the call option, which is 29.55, and then we will add another call option to neutralize the delta. So now the Greeks, positional Greeks is 70. So to neutralize this, we have to add minus 70 delta by shorting a call. So we'll look at minus 70 delta, like 70 delta call option, and then we short it, that will become minus 70 delta. So this is the closest to 70 delta, so we'll add this one. So the delta need not be, positional delta need not be close to 0. Anything less than 10 is also fine. So now it's around 4.15. So that is fine. Again, we'll move forward by one day. And the next day, which is the expiry day, 4th January. So this is a weekly expiry. And here then we'll start moving by 30 minutes and see if we can reach 13,000 or so, and then we'll close the trade if nothing happens post that, because there's no point if you have extracted as much profit as possible to stay in the trade. So not much is changing. Maybe we'll wait till 12 a.m, 12 noon. And yeah, 13,000, the maximum profit is 13,222. Not much to extract anymore. So we'll stop it here, right? So this was how we used to do the option simulations, right? But now we have added a new feature whereby you can record this simulation so that you can come back to these simulations and replay them for your own analysis, or you can share it on YouTube videos if you might be presenting to your audience, or you want to demonstrate it to some other people. Then this new feature is going to help a lot. Okay, so whatever we have done so far, we can record this. Okay, so we use a new feature called as a record simulation. So the same strategies that we have done, we are going to redo and then record uh, that simulation and save it. So again, we'll go to 9:30 is the time which we have started, right? So now I'm doing record simulation, and I give a name, short straddle 04 Jan 2024, the expiry. Okay, that's how I want to do this. So once I've done that, okay, you get all these options, but these options will be activated once you add a strategy. So another new feature here is that we've added ready-made strategies by which, by on clicking on the strategies button, they will display. You can simply choose bearish bullish strategies, one of the most common strategies that we are known to use. And then here we choose short straddle, again 21,750 that we have used earlier. Short straddle, put and call option. Okay, we add one position. And here only selected positions will be saved during simulation. So if you unselect any one of these and you record, then those unselected positions will not be part of simulation. So please always select those you want to simulate. Okay. And now the moment I've added positions, that point, that simulation point is added here, which is 28 December 9:30. Okay. Now I will move forward just like the one day that we have done earlier, right? So one day. Now before that, I also want to show one more thing is that you can also add simulation notes. Like what is this simulation about? Short straddle simulation for 4th Jan 2024 expiry, right? And then I save it. So you can add whatever you want to, as much points you want to add for this particular simulation, and that will be saved, and I'll show how to view all those things again. Now we move forward by one day. Okay, and we know till 3rd January nothing happens, right? But what if I want to add a checkpoint here, like for demonstration purpose, that next day nothing happened, so I add a checkpoint for this particular time point. And you can also add, for each checkpoint on this simulation, you can add points, like why you added that checkpoint. So nothing happened, or, right, something like that. And then again we move forward by one day, and again we add a checkpoint saying, so here it added, and then we add point, no change or no breach of 30 positional delta. Okay, so we can save that. Now again we move forward, and we know that till 3rd January there was no change in positional delta. So we move to 3rd Jan. Now here there was a breach, right? So now we have to do an adjustment. Now whenever you do an adjustment here, or when you exit or something like that, it automatically adds another checkpoint. Okay, so now we have to exit this untested call option, right? So when I exit this call option, it automatically adds the 3rd January checkpoint, 29.55. Okay. So whenever that change in position, it adds a checkpoint, because it is needed, right? It has to record something that you have changed something. So whenever you change something, it automatically changes, adds the checkpoint. Now we will add the 70 delta call option to neutralize the delta. The closest one was this, so we are simply repeating what we have done earlier, but now in the context of the recording simulation. Okay, so now we have added another one. So now we move forward by another day. Okay, so here I want to add another checkpoint, just to be sure that I want to show that on 4th Jan nothing happened at 9:30. Now here we'll move forward, till 12, till 12 noon, right? So we'll move forward 12 noon, and then we'll add another checkpoint to kind of terminate the simulation. So at 12 noon, we add checkpoint, and then we add a note, end of simulation, save. Okay, so now everything is done. So now we stop the simulation. So once you stop that, everything is cleared. And now if you want to view this simulation and replay it or demonstrate it or show it to somebody, you go to simulations, where you will find all the simulations that you have recorded or that you have saved. So this is the latest one that we have saved, right? So I'll view, I want to view this, or if I want to see the notes, like what you wanted to do, like why you did this simulation, I say search title simulation for 4th January expiry, right? And then I want to view this simulation. So let's view the simulation, and then it will load everything as it was when we started the simulation. So here you can see these two positions that we have added. And now we move to the next point. This is the beginning point, right? And then we move to the next point. Nothing happened, right? And then you simply replay everything and see what has happened. I want to view the what at what point what has happened, right? So nothing has happened, so we didn't do any adjustment. No breach of positional delta. Okay. And 3rd January, and then we go to 4th January, and then we finally go to end, and then we view the simulation parts, end of simulation. So that's how you can replay it and see, what is possible with this recording of simulation. So that will make easy for you, to not repeat these simulations again and again. You do once and that's done. And at any point of time, like let's say you move to the previous simulation point, and here you don't directly want to jump to the last, that you actually want to see what has happened in between. So you can move forward, like 15 minutes forward or 5 minutes forward. You still have that finer control of your simulation still, to see what has happened during those time points. And again, you can go back to your last time point. So you have all those choices using this simulation. So I hope that you will find this recording of simulation very useful for demonstration purpose or for your own purpose of replaying, and for your own record as well, to see what has happened with this particular weekly simulation because of this particular market condition, how you have done, how you might have adjusted this particular strategy. So you can have all that references in your simulations once you do the simulation and record them, and add the checkpoints at the appropriate times, and record the simulation point notes. So all these things will be very helpful from that perspective. From that perspective, and I also want to introduce to another feature which will make the life very easy for you. Okay, so let me start a new simulation. It is a recorded simulation, right? So we are going to start new simulation again. So again, we'll do the same simulation with 4th January expiry, and we will go to, so again we'll do the 4th January expiry, and 28th December is the start date, and we choose 4th January expiry, and we'll start this from again 9:30 adoption chain. And here again, so we will add a strategy, short straddle, right? Very fast, another new feature that will be very helpful. So we have added a new strategy, and now I want to do this simulation every 30 minutes instead of one day. Okay. So earlier you have to click on 30-minute or 15-minute depending on time frame you want to simulate this strategy. So now we have introduced a new feature wherein you can autoplay this simulation. Okay, you can move forward this simulation using whatever time frame you want to play this simulation at, and the time, the speed with which you want to play the simulation. So let's say I want to do this on 30-minute time frame with a 3-second pause. Okay, so it moves forward every 30 minutes forward with 3 seconds pause. Okay, so you see what has happened in those 30 seconds to the position, and you can then choose to pause if you want to make any adjustment to the strategy. So now I choose 30 minutes, 3 seconds, and then I play button. So this makes your life easy because it auto plays every 30 minutes. You moves forward your strategy by every 30 minutes. So let's see this in action. So I play. So 30 minutes, 10 o'clock, the next one. Then you can see here 10 o'clock, right? Then 10:30, then 3 seconds, and then 11. And every 30 minutes it keeps on going forward. And remember that till the 30 delta is breached, we are not going to touch this part, right? And on when we moved forward by one day, it happened on 3rd January, the delta breach. But since we are moving 30 minutes, the delta breach might also happen slightly earlier as well. So let's see, whenever it happens, then we simply click the pause button to pause the autoplay of the simulation, and then we make the adjustment that is required, and again, play the simulation every 30 minutes. So this makes the life of the trader very easy because you don't have to keep clicking, back and forth and everything. Of course, you if you want to have, like not just one time frame, like you want to move forward with different time frames, it's always there, that option. But if you want to autoplay with the time frame that you are comfortable with, you can do this using autoplay. So we have 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, and 1 day. All the time frames that are there on the buttons as well. So you can use the same, and you can use 1 second pause, 3 second pause, 5 second pause between, moving forward to the next position. So let's say whenever we have that 30 delta, then we will do the adjustment. So there is 23 delta, maybe we might see something. So nothing so far. Okay, here 27 delta, and here. So we pause here. So now we go back wherever that delta breach was there. So this is helpful in that finer control of, when that breach has happened. Even if it autoplayed little bit faster, we can always go back to that point. So somewhere around this, okay. So this we already know that we have to cover this call option at 62.6. Okay, and then we add another short call position. And before that, we can check the positional delta, and then accordingly we have to check. So around 70. So close to 70 delta we choose. So 21,500 is the closest one. So we do this, and again we restart the simulation. Payoff chart. And remember that you can still record this simulation. You can do both simultaneously. Again 30-minute, we'll play forward and see what happens. Now, it will go till 4th January. But I hope that these 3 new features that we have added, the ready-made strategies and recording of the simulation and replay of the simulation and the autoplay of the simulations of your selected time frame with whatever pause time you want or with whatever speed you want, that is possible now. And this will make the life of the trader much easier. And we are always Looking forward to your suggestions or any feedback you might have on these features. And if you want to, add some more features that might make your life easier, either in simulation or any other app, we'll always welcome those suggestions. And we will stop around 12 noon this particular simulation, and then we'll stop the video as well. Okay. So now we stop the simulation, and then pretty much we reach the same PNL with two different kinds of adjustments on two different time frames. So that's how you can save your simulations, record them, save them, replay them, and then simply add strategies using the ready-made strategies using the strategies button. Okay, and then you can autoplay using whatever time frame you want to select, and with whatever speed with which you want to play. Uh, Move forward the simulations. I hope that all these new features are will be very helpful for you. And if you have any feedback, please give the feedback in the comment sections. And if you have any queries, also you can leave them in the comment section. We will try to answer them as soon as possible. And thank you very much. Bye.